Okay, so when it comes to AI and trading, there's this huge paradox, and it's costing people a ton of money. You'd think, right, that more data, more signals, faster speeds, that's gotta mean more profit. But what if that's completely wrong? What if the real secret to winning with AI is actually getting less? Yeah, you heard me. Let's get into it. I want you to imagine something. The ultimate trading tool. An AI that's just churning away, scanning every single corner of the market. And then ping! A new winning trade signal hits your phone. And another one 5 minutes later, and another one after that. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? A machine that sees everything, letting you catch every single market move.
I mean, think about it. You'd never miss an opportunity. You'd always be in the action. So, with a system like that, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, according to the research, pretty much everything. Yeah, that dream of a constant fire hose of signals, it can turn into an absolute nightmare fast. And today we're going to break down exactly why that is.
So first, let's just dig into that dream a little more. Because let's be honest, it's easy to see the appeal. The whole promise of AI and trading, this isn't some niche fantasy. It's a massive, multi-billion-dollar industry built on this exact idea.
And when I say massive, I mean it. The scale here is just staggering. We're talking about an algorithmic trading market that's projected to hit over $38 billion by 2029. This isn't some tiny corner of the financial world anymore. It's quickly becoming the whole game.
And this has completely changed things for the average trader, people like you and me. It used to be that these sophisticated AI tools were just for the big hedge funds. Not anymore. Now it's the baseline. It's what everyone expects. If you're trading today, you pretty much demand that your platform has this stuff. Predictive models, AI insights, baked right in. Okay, but this is where that beautiful dream starts to show some serious cracks. The very thing that traders are screaming for, more information, more signals, that's often the source of their biggest headaches. The dream becomes a total data nightmare. So you might be thinking, hold on, what's the actual problem here? If an AI is handing you potentially winning trades on a silver platter all day long, isn't that a good thing? I mean, why can't we just, take the trades? This is where the human brain just breaks. First up, you've got alert fatigue. All those notifications just turn into background noise, like spam. Then comes cognitive overload. Our brains simply are not built to process that much information that fast. And that leads straight to decision fatigue, where the quality of your choices just tanks with every new alert you see. And what's the end result of all that? Overtrading. You start chasing every little move, racking up fees, and making sloppy, emotional mistakes.
And this quote just nails the practical side of the problem. Forget the mental stuff for a second. Even if you were a robot, the market is just too fast. Think about it. By the time you get that 5-minute notification, pull out your phone, unlock it, open the app, type in the order, that tiny little edge, what traders call alpha, it's gone. Poof, vanished.
Okay, so if getting more signals isn't the answer, then what is? Well, that brings us right to the solution. We need to figure out what actually makes a trading signal valuable. And it turns out it has nothing to do with how many you get. It's all about the quality and the context.
If you look at how often signals come in, there's a definite spectrum. Getting a signal every 5 minutes, that's just noise for a human brain. That's only for fully automated bots to handle. The real sweet spot for a person, the pace where you can actually see it, think about it, and then act on it, is somewhere in that 15 to 60-minute range. But the real pro-level stuff, that's regime-based. The AI is smart enough to stay quiet when the market is a mess, and only speaks up when the setup is absolutely perfect. And it's not just about when you get the signal, it's what the signal looks like. A simple up or down arrow, honestly, that's pretty useless. But what if it gives you specific price levels? Your entry point, where to put your stop loss, where to take profit. Now that is a game changer. But the holy grail, the thing that has the most value, it's a probability score. A signal that tells you it's, say, 85% bullish is incredibly powerful. It lets you manage your risk, decide on your position size. It basically turns a simple tip into a serious risk management tool.
So let's put this all together. We can actually build the perfect AI signal, step by step. First, you start with a clear direction, buy or sell. Simple enough. Then you add those precise price levels we talked about. Entry, stop, target. After that, you layer on a confidence score, something high like over 75%. And then you add the most important piece of the entire puzzle, the why. You need an explanation for the signal.
And that why, that one little word, brings us to the biggest, most important shift happening in AI trading right now.
We are finally moving away from the age of the black box AI, where you have no idea why it's doing what it's doing, and we're entering the era of the glass box.
The best way to think about this is autopilot versus copilot. A black box AI is an autopilot. You can't see how it works, it's just blasting you with noise, and it basically demands that you just sit back and follow its orders blindly. Trust, it breaks the second something goes wrong. But a glass box AI, that's your copilot. It's totally transparent, it gives you carefully selected setups, it makes you the empowered decision maker. And trust is built right in because you can actually understand the logic.
So, how does this even work? The technology behind it is called Explainable AI, or XAI for short, and the idea is actually kind of genius. You take a super powerful, really complex deep learning model, the kind that can make incredibly accurate predictions, but then you wrap it in this special interpretability layer whose only job is to translate the AI's complex reasoning into a simple explanation that you and I can actually understand.
And check this out. This is what that looks like in action. So instead of just a generic buy Bitcoin alert, you get this: buy BTC with 88% confidence, and then it tells you why. The key drivers are a huge spike in on-chain volume, a bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart, and it's moving with the S&P 500. It even shows you the negative factors, like a little dip in Twitter sentiment. Now that is information you can trade with real conviction.
And the research uses this perfect analogy to describe the difference. A black box AI is like a machine gun, just spraying bullets everywhere, hoping something hits the target. But a glass box AI, that's a sniper, patient, waiting for that one perfect shot. It's not about forcing trades, it's about waiting for that perfect setup.
So what's the big takeaway here? Where is all of this heading? Well, it's leading to a future where AI doesn't replace the trader. Instead, it becomes a powerful co-pilot that actually enhances a trader's own judgment and skill.
When you look at who's actually using AI in trading, the research shows they fall into about 3 main groups. You've got your systematized traders, the folks who want to plug signals directly into their automated bots. Then you have the copy trading crowd, who really just want to be told what to buy and sell. But the biggest group, by a long shot, is the discretionary trader. This is someone who makes their own decisions.
And that is exactly who this Copilot model is built for. It's designed to serve that huge and honestly underserved group of traders. The thinking trader who's already doing their homework but wants a powerful AI in their corner, as a second opinion, to confirm what they're seeing or maybe to spot an opportunity they might have missed.
And look, this Copilot model is the clear winner for a bunch of reasons. For one, it builds actual long-term trust because you can see how it works. It also lines up perfectly with new regulations, like the EU AI Act, which are demanding this kind of transparency. But most importantly, it actually helps you become a better trader. It enhances your skills and turns a dumb signal generator into a really sophisticated risk management tool.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. As we head into this new world of AI copilots, a world where we're drowning in information but starving for wisdom, maybe the ultimate edge isn't about finding an AI that has all the answers anymore. Maybe. It's about becoming the kind of trader who knows how to ask the right questions,